know what I think I need to do? Ever since I've had Tofu's name in my picture, like my avatar
That's
picture
some
thing,
bad juju.
I've lost every game I've had Tofu's name in my
Change
picture. It's being changed.
It's time to bring back the Lord of the Rings picture.
I was undefeated with AA the Rashman as my name and the Lord of the
Oh
Rings.
god.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
It's coming back.
Hey, the rash man. Rasta man, yeah.
Will winner, Sam winner, 10 winner, Foo winner, Mike winner, Sam winner, Foo winner, me winner, my 10 winner, my 10 winner. I like that 8th one. Huh. Will winner, Sam winner, 10 winner, Foo winner, Mike winner, Sam winner, Foo winner, me winner, my 10 winner, my 10 winner.
All right, then I guess.
All right, wait.
will
We have
explain.
to introduce. We have to introduce the thing. So, oh, Kobe, that excited Kobe. Okay, so American Kick-Ass Podcast, episode 4.
3.
We're on 3.
No, this is
4.
This is
4. That's
No, this-
right.
This
No, we
Is
have
it?
This
But
is,
Yeah,
Tin,
this is 4.
Tofu,
4.
and Sam.
yeah. So this is episode
This-
number 4, first official
Chris
podcast
bitch.
with the original cast, featuring us. Okay.
Finally, it's just us.
Ale Village coming to you live from Weston, Florida, motherfuckers.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm exhausted. I'm so tired.
I mean, I was literally in bed about to fall asleep, and then I
so
got the
tired.
I got the Blockbuster trade, and I was like, why not just do this right now?
I'm literally laying in darkness, and I don't know how Megan's letting me do this podcast at 11 at night.
She needs to tune in. She needs to tune in, boy.
She's getting front row seats.
Yeah.
Fucking everybody needs to tune into this shit. This is a big deal going on right now.
Oh my god, I'm looking at the scoreboard right now. Holy shit.
The scoreboard for what?
The scoreboard for our league. The Ottawa Kick-Ass League.
Oh, yeah. And what are your thoughts?
What happened?
Damn, I thought I had no chance against Will. Like, I wasn't even paying attention to this league throughout the day on Sunday. Okay, so Sunday night, I checked it. I think because I tuned in to watch Saquon Barkley. That Sunday night matchup was a fucking joke. That should have been Vikings-Packers all day. Anyways, I watched Saquon Barkley, and he just wasn't doing it. They obviously game planned against him, so he didn't do that well. But then it came on to the Bears having to shoulder the deficit there. And I was like, this will never fucking happen. Because I think after the Sunday night game, I think I needed them to score 17.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
you need
so
18. You need 18.
yeah, 18. So come Monday, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna do well. They're definitely not going to get 18 points. I come back from rugby. Steven tells, because I live with one of my rugby teammates now. He lives in my house. He tells me, "Oh shit, the Bears defense is doing good." So I go and check, and they have I think at the time they had I think they had 15 points or something, and then they got the sack fumble recovery, and which pushed them to 20. So I was winning. I had 3 fucking points. And then Russell Wilson, this fucking asshole, I swear to God, fucking leads them on a good-for-nothing touchdown drive, and I fucking lose by 0.3. Lost this matchup by 0.3. God damn it, I'm celebrating after that sack fumble recovery. And I'm like, yes, I won. I'm 1-1. I'm 1-1. I have a fucking chance. and then squandered by Russell Wilson and his good-for-nothing Seattle Seahawks pussies. And god damn it. Oh, what a heartbreaker. It was such a roller coaster of emotions.
And the shitty thing is, my prediction was off by 0.4.
I thought
The
it was going to
science
happen.
was there. The math was there. It was all there. But
I thought it was going to happen, for the love of God. But I guess I put out some bad karma. I shouldn't have, I don't know. I guess I wronged someone.
My prediction was accurate as fuck.
I
Also,
thought he was gonna get blown out.
what's lost in all this is that there's a lot of people around the world that picked up Disley because they bought into the hype, and he didn't do diddly shit all game until that last second touchdown.
Who was that?
I don't know his first name, but it's like Will Disley, the tight end for the freaking Seahawks,
Oh.
the third string.
Whistly or some shit like that, yeah.
Yeah, so Russell Wilson
Disley.
threw him the touchdown, and he wasn't doing shit all game. Catches the touchdown, gets 7 points. So there's people out there that bought that week 1 hype game where he broke one free for like 70 yards and a touchdown, which got him 14 points or whatever it was.
17.
Right, and then people started him, and he got that stupid garbage time touchdown at the end, literally with seconds left in that game.
I know. Whistly's crushing dreams over here.
Yeah, so now we're in week 2 with this Disley guy as the number 1 tight end.
Yeah,
Is he the number 1 tight end?
Yeah, Disley's number 1 and Jesse James is number 2.
yeah.
Holy
Jesse
crap.
James just went off this weekend. Like it's crazy. And I was listening to a bunch of fantasy football podcasts this morning, and I bet none of you can name the top rusher in the league right now.
Oh, give me 1 second.
Yeah, without looking it up. Without looking it up.
Rusher as in yards?
Yes,
Oh,
we're
it's
going
Matt
strictly on
Breida.
to. Yeah, you fucker, because you looked it up, but you can't name like the top 5. Like you would never
the top
have
5
guessed.
is Matt
that
Breida, Joe Mixon, Philip Lindsay, Lamar Miller, and I think James Conner, with Todd Gurley at number 6.
I would have thought Adrian Peterson was in that because he had a pretty good game last week, didn't he?
No, he had a good week 1. His week 2 was shitty, right?
Well, he got like 5 fantasy. I think he had like 30 yards on the ground week 2, but I think he had like 100 or 100 plus week 1.
I enjoy how
I-
you guys, your fantasy, like, the way you guys talk about fantasy is you just throw numbers out there without knowing what the numbers are. And I'm sitting here like,
Granted, I premise it with I think and things like that. Like, cause I remember looking, but fucking forgive me if like I'm not the dude from A Beautiful Mind who remembers fucking everything. All right.
yeah, but,
Sorry, I'm
He's
not
like-
Russell Crowe. You
But-
fuck.
but
We're
Andrew's
like
over
the-
here. Andrew's over here like, yeah, Disley got like 14 points, and I'm like, nope, 17. And you're like, yeah, Adrian Peterson rushed for like 30, 40 yards last week. Nope, 20.
Well, to be fair, I did preface it by also saying like something, so we were right. And we're like, Chris and I were like the exact opposite of like Matin, who came on the podcast and had numbers down to the 100th of a point.
yeah,
To be completely honest, though, there's just so much to keep track of. Like, I think I'm in 4 or 5 leagues. I said I think, and actually, I'll get into it later. But in one league, I'm fucking crushing it. I scored like 193.
oh, wow.
So
Yeah. So going back to this matchup with Chris and Will, Will's team is honestly not that good. Like he has great people on paper, but like if Julio Jones doesn't ball out, he's not winning. And
I mean-
right now that offense is so bad.
let me
It's
tell
just so
you.
bad.
Let me tell you why this was close.
Wait, did you say
Okay.
the Atlanta offense is so bad?
Yeah.
They just put up 31 points.
Okay. All right. Let me be more clear.
Matt Ryan. with
Matt
the
Ryan.
Michael Vick, man.
Matt Ryan is so bad at throwing to Julio Jones, which is so nuts because
How-
I
he
would
had
be a
10
star throwing
receptions
to
for
Julio Jones.
170 yards week 1.
Yes, but like the red zone looks are never there, so he could stockpile
red zone,
all that
yeah,
shit.
Sure. Red zone, Matt Ryan is like bottom tier. But like in general, Julio gets his just by the yards. And that's the way it's been his entire career. He has like one or two, like that again, not fact checking, like one or two, like 10 touchdown seasons.
We don't fact check that.
no,
I don't think Julio Jones. I don't think Julio Jones had a horrible game week 2 though.
He didn't. 64 yards on 5 receptions.
Yeah,
is solid.
I don't think that's bad. I don't know how many targets he had, but I wouldn't say that that's a bad game. What made this game close is A, Ravens D -4, and B, I don't think Alvin Kamara had a great game at all.
I mean, 13 for Alvin Kamara is fine, but him getting like 9 points from his tight end and running back combined, or tight end and flex, I mean, is like pretty
That's true.
mediocre.
Yeah, I just saw that.
And like the Ravens defense being negative means that from 3 positions, he got 5 total points.
Yeah. And what kept me in this fucking game was obviously Kirk Cousins. What lost me this game? Kenny Stills. I started Kenny Stills, man.
I mean, I think that
What
was
the
a good call.
flying fuck?
I think that was the right call. I think everyone was saying to start Kenny Stills. It just
I
didn't
mean,
work out.
I actually had tweeted out a poll whether to start Funches or Stills. The thing is, I forgot to check the results, and I had Funches on the bench. If I started Funches, it was between Funches and Stills starting and wide receiver 2.
I would never start Kenny Stills over Marvin Jones against San Francisco. And I know it's easy to say that now, but I'm just talking. And you can go back and check the podcast. It takes a lot for me to roster any Dolphins, and I'm doing it with Kenyon, and that's where I draw the line.
Look, hindsight is always 20/20, but Marvin Jones had an identical game. The difference was a touchdown. And Kenny Stills, I started because no Devontae Parker. And I didn't think the New York Jets had enough in their secondary to stop all of the Miami offense.
Yeah,
Well,
I think that was the right call. I think it just didn't work out. But I think
Yeah,
he
it
made
just
the right
didn't
call.
work. It just didn't work. That's the bottom line.
Because I would have started Kenny Stills too.
I would never start any Dolphins not named Kenyon Drake.
And that's why you're 2-0, and me and Chris are sitting here at 0-4.
That's exactly right. Segueing into that, I outscored everybody in our league this week.
Oh boy.
All right, I mean, want to talk more about it? Go ahead.
Yeah,
Now's your
let's
chance.
talk about it.
I mean,
Talk about it.
I wish I could tell my doubters out there,
Your daughters?
Doubters.
my doubters,
Oh, I
bro.
thought you said your daughters.
No, my doubters. I don't have any daughters.
I thought you were just trying to say we're all your children. Like, you're.
I mean, that would be all right with me. Pop,
Okay.
you guys can call me Papa Drew.
Uh,
Anyways, so I found that interesting that a team like mine with my horrible draft grade is getting so much claim right now. Anyways,
I
we
think
can move on.
Early
Your Cam
early
Newton,
in the season, relax.
but your Cam Newton Christian McCaffrey thing is like such a bitch because like it's like
It's a genius move, wasn't it?
Cam Newton doesn't do anything except look at Christian McCaffrey.
That was exactly my strategy. You guys were saying that like Cam Newton hurts Christian McCaffrey.
Whoa.
What?
I love Christian McCaffrey.
What?
I spent months arguing with you like against Chris for Christian McCaffrey. Like months. You can't
Right,
just change
but-
that.
Right, but the thing that everybody was saying was that Cam Newton hurts Christian McCaffrey because that's what he's going to be doing in the end zone is just
No.
taking it in on himself.
Right. Everyone was saying that Cam Newton steals touchdowns away from Christian McCaffrey, and Christian McCaffrey doesn't have 1 touchdown this season, does he?
He
So
doesn't.
that
I don't
doesn't-
think so.
So that doesn't really like prove your point.
He has more fumbles than touchdowns.
Right. I mean, my point.
He's getting his points despite his lack of touchdowns.
Right. My point was that, that everyone thinks that Cam Newton's going to get, is going to screw over Christian McCaffrey in the red zone. And fine, I understand that he will because he's, Cam Newton is Cam Newton. But my thought process was, well, shit, then why don't I just get Cam Newton? And going into it, there wasn't a lot of talk about Cam Newton. Like, nobody wanted to roster Cam Newton. Like there was, Deshaun Watson before Cam Newton. There was obviously, Tom Brady and Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers. So like I thought that I would have a good chance at getting Cam Newton, and I got him late. Like so it's working out really well. And it was funny though this week that he threw 3 touchdowns, and they were to 3 people that nobody probably even had on their roster, let alone started. So the only person that was getting points was me.
Yep.
So I found that funny. What were you gonna say, Chris?
I mean, I don't think that Cam Newton I think Cam Newton's a good fantasy quarterback because his rushing attempts.
Don't even say the second part of this, because the only thing we're playing right now is fantasy football.
I mean, never mind.
Well, right. I mean, I just don't like Cam Newton. I think Cam Newton.
All right, no, what?
Cam Newton
I was
is
gonna
just
say some next level shit. Like I'm playing like 3D chess, but I can't say that when I'm 0-6.
No, to evil.
Cam Newton is just a shithead. Like I don't think he's gotten any better. He hasn't progressed at all since he's been in the league. He's been pretty much the same quarterback his entire career.
Right, but that's Cam Newton, and that's what you're gonna get from him, and that's a pretty damn good fantasy quarterback.
Well, I mean, okay.
I mean, I agree. I feel like Cam Newton, and this is without fact checking, he's always top 10, right?
Yeah, he's a top 5. I think he's top 5 fantasy quarterback year in and year out.
At worst, like without checking, he's for sure top 10.
He's top 8 right now. Can we just assume going forward that AKAP, anytime we say a stat, it's never fact checked?
Okay, no one watches this or listens to it. No one listens to this podcast for the facts.
Yeah.
That's not what we bring to the table.
No, if you wanted to go fact check, go fucking watch some other fucking podcast.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Watch Matin's stupid podcast.
Yeah, that fucking
lawyer.
Fucking lawyers. No one likes you unless you win them money anyway. So
he's probably some paralegal right now, which is basically just a lawyer's bitch.
Let's not talk shit about Matin.
Okay. All right.
Much love, Matin. I still love you, Matin.
All right. So I think we pretty much covered everything. Was there any other things that you guys saw?
Talk about my team.
I mean, let me ask you a question, Arash.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it time to hit the panic button on David Johnson?
Yes. But let me say, I don't think it's time to hit the panic button on my team. I think I'm averaging like 98, 99 points a game. I mean, through 2 weeks, so I mean that doesn't really say much. But like,
right,
that's a pretty good place.
You're out where you want it to be.
Yeah, I mean, putting up about 100 points a game isn't bad. I'm just getting outscored. Like, there was no way I was gonna put up 140 against Andrew, and like 100. And I think the week before Jordan put up like 120. That's a lot of points. Like I was just gonna lose. But like, being at about 100 points a week isn't a bad place for me to be in. But with David Johnson, I mean, yeah, it's time to hit. It's a little. So he's had bad matchups.
And not to mention, I mean, okay, there's 2 things I want to say real quick. Dalvin Cook, you're not really getting production out of him either.
Right.
As much as you would hope, at least.
Sure.
But David Johnson, is it David Johnson just not what he was last year, or is it just the Arizona offense being god awful?
I think it's 2 things. I think it's Arizona's offense being terrible, and I think it's bad matchups. Like, the Rams was a bad matchup. This week he's gonna put up like 5. I expect like 5 points again. He's going against the Bears.
Bears D, which is really good.
And like he's just has a tough schedule. Like he has Minnesota coming up. He has like
it does not get any easier. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, he has a tough schedule this season. So like I think I'm kind of in like that Todd Gurley situation from like 2016 where he was like a top 3.
You mean my situation that I was in?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna give up David Johnson for trash.
It was Todd Gurley's rookie year.
I think it was his sophomore year.
It was sophomore year. His rookie year, he was really good.
We all knew Jeff Fisher is a shithead fucking coordinator, though.
Right.
Yeah, but
Anyways,
we all
going
know
back to
David
this.
Johnson has the talent. He's proven that he has the talent. It's just
Right.
he's in a shitty spot.
Right. Something that I heard listening to the podcast was that this Arizona offense is so miserably bad. Like, and so the head coach of some Wilkins or Wilkes, whatever the fuck that guy's name is, like
Oh.
his usage on David Johnson is nowhere near the usage that Bruce Arians had with David Johnson, right?
Wilkes is a defensive-minded head coach. So I mean, obviously, you're not going to get the same David Johnson from last year. You're just not. And I think that offense is worse now. Definitely worse.
Clearly.
Their offensive line is trash. They lost Bruce Arians, obviously. But Sam Bradford starting. I mean, can that offense be better if Josh Rosen is the starter?
That's what I'm sort of
No.
hoping for. I'm hoping that they give Josh Rosen a shot, and Josh Rosen pulls something out of his ass, like some Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes thing.
And
I mean,
think he can. I think Josh Rosen can, definitely. I mean, he still has Larry Fitz. Christian Kirk is decent. And I like Josh Rosen.
I mean,
So-
there
I
there were plenty
completely
of-
disagree
About what?
about Josh Rosen. Like, I don't think Christian Kirk is that good. Like, obviously he's a rookie, but what has he done?
I mean,
Someone on the computer
they-
go check what
they
he's done. I don't even
played-
think he's caught one ball. But like Larry Fitzgerald, like, yeah, sure. He could be okay, but this offense is just really bad. Like,
Sure.
I don't think a rookie quarterback can turn it around. Obviously, if he does, we're gonna be calling him like the next great, like, whatever quarterback played for the Arizona Cardinals. But still, like, I don't think it's gonna happen. So David Johnson could be like in a really tough spot. I don't know what I
That's
don't
not
know if
really-
you could even
that's not
start
really
him.
what
like,
that's not really what I'm saying though. I'm saying
you're-
that, like,
you guys think that Josh Rosen starting would turn around David Johnson's track?
No, I think Josh Rosen starting, like, no one knows no one has game film on Josh Rosen. No one knows how to
Right.
stop Josh Rosen because they don't know his tendencies.
right.
So if you
Right.
put Josh Rosen in, who a lot of people had as the best quarterback in the draft, if you put him in, then, like, just see what happens. Like,
I mean, it happened to Sam Darnold week 1.
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, at least there's, like, a glimmer of hope by putting in Josh Rosen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, for the franchise, yeah, obviously, because
I
we
think
all
Josh-
know what Sam Bradford is.
Josh Rosen has the best arm out of all the quarterbacks that came out. I think.
Okay.
I really like Josh Rosen. Anyways, let's move on.
Yeah.
I think Arash actually has really good receivers that he just missed out on too, though. That's what we're overlooking too.
Yeah, I mean, my bench went off. Like, even
Yeah.
Tevin Coleman went off. Will Fuller
Yeah.
went off. I think Keelan Cole was on my bench. He went off. But, like, either way, I was going to lose. Even if I started
Right.
these guys. It is what it is.
Yeah, I like Keelan Cole going forward. I picked him up in another league of ours.
Hogan finally showed up too, but that's probably going to change now with Josh Gordon.
I mean, we'll see.
And doesn't what's that fucking white boy Edelman come back this
Yeah.
week, or is he
I
4
think it's-
games?
I think it's 4 weeks.
No, 4 weeks. So week 5.
Okay, so I mean that's another thing to take into account. I mean, I would probably drop Chris Hogan coming up in the future, but you do you.
I'm going to keep him on my team. I'm just not going to start him. I think I have him on my bench right now for next week. But, like, Keelan Cole is starting over him from now on.
Yeah. What else was pretty fascinating this week was that Tofu lost by only 3 points.
I mean,
So
This is the second straight week that Tofu has had a team on upset alert.
right.
You know,
I don't
and you
know-
know who it is? Oh, well, I don't want to get too into that, but I think Patrick Mahomes has been keeping him in the game.
Okay, we'll talk about that one later.
Teaser. Anyway, was there any other things that stood out to you guys this week too?
I mean, Matin Tohidi's team might actually be decent. Am I, like, crazy in saying that?
Yeah, fuck my team Tahiti. Anyways, going forward.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think you're crazy in saying that. I think we were all saying that Matin's team is not that bad.
I mean, he starts Ryan Fitzpatrick over Tom Brady, and he blows out Jordan.
I mean, no, you're looking at that wrong. Tahiti lost.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what
But
I'm
if-
saying. So if he puts
Oh,
Tom
you're
Brady-
saying if he starts him? Okay.
yeah, so
okay.
if he
yeah,
starts him, he gets 14 more points and then beats Jordan by 8.
I got what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, let's look at it really quickly.
And
When
that's
you have
without,
Tom
that's without
Brady,
Greg Zerline. Like, he didn't
I'm-
have a kicker.
oh, true. But when you have Tom Brady, Zeke, Thielen, T.Y. Hilton, I'm on the fence. But Emmanuel Sanders is actually having kind of a comeback season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sammy Watkins team balled that, but he was on the bench.
Yeah, he left a lot of points on the bench actually. So I mean, his team can be good, but I mean, do you sit Ty? Well, T.Y. Hilton actually had a decent game. Like, how do you get those points in there? Is what
You
I'm-
start those wideouts. You definitely have to start those wideouts over Sammy Watkins and Jarvis Landry and Golden Tate. You definitely have to start T.Y. Hilton and Adam Thielen.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
the same.
What my question is, I mean, do you start those same 3 wideouts moving on, or
Maybe Emmanuel Sanders. You might want to go. I don't know why. I just almost had like a Spanish accent there. That was crazy. But maybe Emmanuel Sanders. You maybe keep an eye out on your flex, like play matchups with Emmanuel Sanders, because I just don't. I picked up Case Keenum, but this game against Oakland left some questions on the board because that defense is so bad.
Yep.
And let me throw you this out there. Do you start a Tom Brady who's going against a god-awful Detroit Lions defense? Or do you... Are they playing Tennessee?
Oh, wait, no.
No,
they're playing
Detroit.
Sorry.
They're playing Detroit.
Tom Brady's playing Detroit,
Yeah, my bad.
and Ryan Fitzpatrick is playing the Steelers defense, which is atrocious as well. So who do you start?
I'm starting Brady.
Are we going safe route?
I mean,
go whichever
Save-
route you want.
obviously, the safe route is going with Tom Brady, but I feel like you have to ride this Fitzmagic train right now.
that's what I'm saying. I think I'm going to start. I think I would start Ryan Fitzpatrick over Tom Brady right now.
Yeah, but
Well-
the thing is about Ryan Fitzpatrick is historically.
Yeah, a game is on the horizon where he looks like the worst quarterback in the league. I get it.
He builds you up, and then like he makes you like fall in love with him, and then he'll disappoint you.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think week 3 would do a better job of building you up, right?
And then he gets crushed by the Bears.
Yeah.
That could happen. The Bears are really good.
I mean, nonetheless, he's going to get crushed by the Bears. He could have a shit week against Pittsburgh, and then he's definitely going to have a shit week against the Bears.
If it's not them,
Yeah,
it's the
at
Falcons. The
Chicago.
Falcons are pretty good. Rise up.
Oh, God.
Would you shut the hell up? Would you
What?
shut the hell up?
What was he?
God
Will?
damn.
What
I mean-
happened?
What the? Okay, so now you got me fired up here. The Falcons are such bitches. Some no-name safety coming to snipe Cam Newton. What the fuck is that about?
Preach.
Kamikaze.
I
No.
bet you guys liked it too. What Cam Newton did to you
I
after
think-
that fucking snipe.
Dan Quinn has a Bounty Gate Part 2 going on over there. That's what I fucking think.
Okay.
I wouldn't go that far.
All right. Is
Going back
there
to this-
anything to talk about with this Sam Mike thing? Because Sam lost. Everyone. I mean, I don't think everyone called it, but I definitely called Sam losing.
I said Sam had a chance.
I said
Actually,
Mike all the way.
I'm pretty sure I said Sam was gonna win that. Actually, thanks a lot, Sam.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I went Mike. I know I went Mike. Without fact checking, I think I went Mike.
yeah. 'Cause I know. I think we were 2-2 on this one, and Sam called himself, and then Chris
I
must
was-
have been the other person.
I was with Sam. Yeah, I mean, but Odell Beckham's not gonna have that kind of game.
I mean, he had a chance until Steven Diggs got 2 miracle touchdowns at the end.
God damn it! It's Stephon Diggs. He's black, bro.
Oh my bad. Is it actually?
I would go with Chris, and I am not a racist.
I mean, I think what lost this game was OBJ. If OBJ has it,
I mean, that's
Oh,
15 points more. You want
Adrian Peterson had a pretty bad game too.
Gronkowski only had 1.9, so I mean, I think Stephon Diggs did really well, obviously, so that propelled them to a W. Also, Tyreek Hill's Tyreek Hill, and I think that's all it really took. Like, I think Odell Beckham and teaser alert. I think Odell Beckham. We'll talk. Actually, let's talk more about Odell Beckham.
I mean, I think
later,
this is the last one. We can just segue into whatever.
No,
Okay.
no, bitch, because I have to tell you how it happened.
Okay.
How
Okay.
it happened. All
All
right.
right, you can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go take a little nap for a second.
All right, so let me get into this real quick. So yesterday, Sam messaged me. I'm pretty sure it was Sam. Well, I had shown interest in Patrick Mahomes on Sunday after that game. I messaged Tofu and I asked him what was going on. But that didn't work out. So Sam messaged me, "Are you interested in a trade?" It's like, let me know what's up. He told me that I would be getting Patrick Mahomes and Odell Beckham.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Go ahead.
Spoiler alert. Was this before or after he had offered me a trade?
I knew he offered you the trade.
And I knew that ever since you told me to go check my messages, which was pretty interesting. I was like, there's something brewing here. And so, not to get off, off your story or anything, but he had offered me Odell Beckham for Michael Thomas, and that sent me into a frenzy of what the fuck is happening. So
flip your world upside down.
Flipped me up because even before the season even started, I don't know if I told you guys this, but I was trying to work out a trade with Sam so I could get Odell Beckham, and I was trying to offer him Michael Thomas straight up for him at that point. But after 2 weeks, I see Michael Thomas today
because I know all this.
Right. So that's basically the people need to know. Damn it.
I was gonna tell him that. I was gonna tell him once
I
I saw that I was getting Patrick Mahomes, OBJ, Adrian Peterson, Isaiah Crowell. I was like, I'm interested in that because I'm getting the two best players in that trade. So I just wanted Patrick Mahomes and a number one wide receiver. Now I already have Mike Evans, so I'm thinking OBJ. I'll do that. But I would rather have another wideout that's not on the Giants offense. So I was thinking Michael Thomas. Let's try to get Michael Thomas into this trade because I originally wanted DeAndre Hopkins in there instead of OBJ. So I told Sam, I'm like, look, I don't know how I feel about having two Giants players. If I'm going to do this trade, it's because I want to win right now. The only way I'm going to do that is if I'm scoring points. The problem with having two Giants players is that, I mean, either the run game cannot work or the passing game cannot work. Like, there's going to be weeks where, one phase of the offense is not going to be working. For example, this week, the running game was just shit. But anyways, I was just a little nervous about having two Giants players, but at the same time, it's OBJ. The talent's fucking there. And Patrick Mahomes is the real fucking deal. Now, I'm okay with the team that I had with, Barkley, Cousins, Mixon, just who I had. I thought I could do well with what I have. But this trade, I think that I'm getting better with this trade, and that's why ultimately I let go of Joe Mixon. But Andrew decided
which for all you listeners out there was quote unquote untouchable. I won't trade him for anybody, end quote.
I mean, it is what it is. I still love Joe Mixon.
If you love him so much, why don't you marry him?
Well, I love Joe Mixon, but the thing, I'm getting better with this trade, so I did the trade.
If you love him so much, why don't you not trade him, huh?
Don't be salty.
You just did Chris just like Jarvis Landry him? I love you, but you gotta go.
When did Jarvis Landry ever say that?
Who said that? Who just got cut like that? I remember someone got traded or cut, and was it Khalil Mack?
Probably Josh Gordon.
Whatever. I digress. Go ahead. Continue with the story.
I mean, basically that's what happened. I mean, we've been talking about this since I think maybe Sunday night when it officially happened with Tofu. I guess Tofu told Sam that I had interest in Patrick Mahomes, so I think they just put together this mega trade to get me in on it. And
And they
I had
both
a-
bent themselves over. That's the end of the story. They bent themselves over because if we look at the
Here we
trade,
go. Here we go.
if we look
Tell
at the
him.
trade,
tell him, boy, tell him.
you lost Kirk Cousins, right?
What?
Right.
But you gained Patrick Mahomes. So
What?
let's even call that a wash. Let's just
What?
say that's a wash. And let's say then you lost Josh Gordon, but you gained Odell Beckham.
What?
Easy win. And then
What?
you lost like Aaron Jones, right? And you gained Adrian Peterson and Isaiah Crowell. Is that
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I would take Adrian Peterson and Isaiah Crowell. Oh, and you lost Mixon. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, but you got better everywhere except Mixon. And to me, that's a win. And all Tofu did was I think Sam made it out neutral. Cuz like
Not to mention, I was able to work in those conditional picks.
right, but,
So
but Sam also worked in a conditional pick that I mean Josh Gordon's going to be with the Patriots at the end of the year. I don't really know what
absolutely.
that means. The question is
Well, if he fails a drug test or something like that.
he's not it's not like marijuana is legal in Massachusetts.
What's getting me,
It
and
is
I'm
legal.
I need FYI, it is legal. No, but like what gets me is these trades with the picks. I need to find a way to get like better at this because this trade makes absolutely kind of like no sense to me, and so it seems like it's majority based off of picks.
Not
But-
No, this trade has nothing to do with picks
Yeah.
except for Tofu.
yeah,
Right, but-
Tofu traded
wha-
a first for a third, but then he got Mixon. That's basically what Tofu did.
I
Right.
mean, I guess. I mean, clearly Tofu did it for Joe Mixon. That's obvious.
Right.
Well,
Uh,
and he wants picks, and I don't think a third round pick is a bad pick because I gave him my first round pick for Joe Mixon, which he got back. So he basically has a first round pick, which is probably going to be Bryce Love. He has Joe Mixon, and he could scoop up whoever at third in the third round.
Either way, I love this trade for you. I think that this immediately turns around your team. You're immediately a contender, and Sam's still trash. Tofu is still trash.
I don't know if it upgrades Chris that much though.
I think hands down it does. I
think it
now
sure
have
does.
Mike Evans, who's being a beast. OBJ, which he's got the talent. He's got the talent. I have Saquon Barkley, Patrick Mahomes. He's gonna probably break the touchdown record. If he
Oh
Look.
my god!
are you kidding?
Two games.
gonna
I was gonna
break
say.
the
I was gonna
touchdown
say
record.
2 games when Chris first spoke about Patrick Mahomes being legit after 2 games. But goddamn, we're just letting him go. He
Oh
just
my
keeps
God.
going. It's like a snowball. He's snowballing right now.
He has 10 touchdowns throughout the first 2 weeks. And that offense, like, pick your poison, bitch. I have
Touchdown.
Sammy Watkins. I have Travis
Touchdown
Kelce.
record.
I have Tyreek Hill. Oh, yeah, and I can throw to Kareem Hunt out of the backfield. Like, I mean, pick your poison. He's been spreading it around. And to me, that's a green light. That's a green light for me.
Oh my god.
I mean, I think Patrick Mahomes is good, but I'm not sipping the whole goddamn
He's-
cooler of Gatorade.
He's not pouring it on with one player. He's spreading the love, man.
Sure.
Right, and if
That's
you
a good
watch,
sign. That's a good sign.
right, if you watch Patrick Mahomes, you clearly see him go through his reads, and he makes really nice throws. But at the same time, 2
I mean-
games.
If you watch Patrick Mahomes, this motherfucker has a cannon, bro.
It's 2 games, and he versed the Steelers' horrible defense last week. Who did he verse week 1?
The Chargers.
Okay, so
They have a decent
Chargers
defense.
are pretty good. Right. I mean, we'll see. 2 games, but let's slow down a little bit.
That's the main thing. It's been 2 games.
Right. Let's slow down on the touchdown record, whatever the fuck he just
It's
said.
been 2 games, and you're predicting like prime Tom Brady, Peyton Manning.
Well, goddamn it, he's already at 10. He's already at 10 touchdowns. Man.
1/3 of the white. No, just kidding.
He's almost fucking there, man.
All right. So we're done with that. We're done with the
Yeah,
trade.
we're done talking about the trade. Let's talk
Now,
about week
week
three
3.
predictions.
Week 3,
What do
baby.
you want to start with?
Let's start with my. Listen, my matchup is clearly the matchup of the week. It's 2-2-0 teams going at it, boy.
Let's
Full
start-
disclaimer: I have no idea. Okay, I got Sam. All right, I haven't even looked that far.
All right. So the game of the week clearly is my game against Mike, and it comes in week 3. And my boy D Wade just announced that he was gonna sign up for year number 16, motherfucker. So I like all of the readings going into this season, baby. Look at my team, baby. It's so clean. 113-90.
Okay.
My team is gonna whip it. Oh my god.
Well, pump the brakes because Carson Wentz is coming back.
Okay.
Stephon Diggs is going against the Buffalo Bills, who Vontae Davis just retired midway through the game. Like, I've never
Oh.
seen that happen.
How did we not talk about Vontae Davis retiring at halftime?
That's not even fantasy football related. That's why.
Yeah, but it's so funny that it just had to have been said.
I mean, look at this is what's going on. Vontae Davis, I think, is their best cornerback. Maybe Trey Davius White or whoever that guy is.
All right, I don't really
Um,
give a fuck. I don't really
but-
give a fuck.
The Bills are just terrible, and I think
They're going 0
yes,
16.
yeah, he has Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Gronkowski. You're going to have a bigger issue than you think.
Yep.
Okay. So
Wow, he doesn't even have Keenan Allen in the offense. Oh, they're going against the Rams. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, maybe
Right.
I mean, it's still Tuesday. He could make changes.
True.
something I want to talk about. I think this is the first week where he actually deploys his Travis Kelce, Rob Gronkowski lineup, right?
I think so.
So far,
So I think he's trying to bank big there, and he could do it. But I don't think he will. And James White starting as a second running back, I don't think he has. Yeah, he doesn't have any other options, so he's kind of fucked. So I mean, I just think starting Chris Thompson is pretty decent, but at running back 1, I don't think he wins there. James White, I don't think he's. I think Sonny Michel is back, and Sonny Michel to do what he did against Jacksonville Jaguars, that was pretty good of him. So I think that James White's role,
Wait, what did Sony Michel do against the Jacksonville Jaguars?
absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
he rushed 10 times for 34 yards. That's not bad. That's his
Yeah,
first.
James White-
4 yards a carry.
James
Hold
White
on.
had 7 receptions for 73
Can we-
yards.
Can we pump the brakes here? This is his first game in the NFL, coming off of a knee injury, and he runs 10 attempts for 34 yards, and then got 2 targets, one of which he caught, another one he could have had, and he dropped it. That was gonna go for about 20 yards.
Okay.
So
Newsflash:
Sure.
3.4 yards per carry is not that great.
okay,
But you're
as-
saying he surpassed the guy that had 73 yards last game. Like, that doesn't make sense.
James White is proven touchdown beast. Like I can make the argument that James White is Tom Brady's favorite weapon.
Okay, Gronkowski's on that team.
Not named Gronkowski.
we don't
Well,
back check
no,
anything on
fuck
this
it.
podcast.
Fuck it. You remember when James White went off on the Falcons, boy? So you know, Arash.
I'm an Eagles
Chris?
fan.
Chris might actually have a point here.
I think Tom Brady likes James White.
Rise
And
up.
I don't need to say that he likes Rob Gronkowski. That's obvious. Even though the fucking Jags shut his ass down.
All right. Rise up.
But
All right. Point is, I would rather go. Just going down. I would rather go Cam Newton against Cincinnati because it's Carson Wentz's first game, and so it's a toss up there as to whether he does good or bad. Christian McCaffrey, I think he's going to do better than Chris Thompson against Green Bay because Green Bay actually has a stingy defense. James Conner against Tampa Bay. Do I need to say anything else? James White against Detroit Like Detroit's defense is pretty bad, obviously. So James White could do something there, but I think Sonny Michel will cancel out his role to a minimum. To a certain extent, James White's role is going to get reduced a little bit. Can we do we not agree on that?
I don't agree.
Okay.
I mean, I think the Patriots' backfield is always a clusterfuck. So like you
Right.
can't really. I could never make a call anywhere in that backfield except I'm pretty confident in James White's ability to like pass catch. That's the
Right,
only
but that
thing
kinda-
I can say.
That kind of plays into my point too, though, because James White could be the pass catching back, or he could not be involved in the offense. So, go ahead.
I'm just Mike's players are going up against weak defenses.
I mean, sure. Like I said, Chris Thompson against Green Bay is pretty good.
All
Other
of
than
them are
that,
pretty good.
you're pretty much right. But I mean,
I wouldn't even say Green Bay's defense is that great.
Green Bay has a stingy run defense, and you should look that up. Michael Thomas goes up against Atlanta, and I don't know who's going to be covering him, like Marcus Trufant or Desmond Trufant, but that's about it.
It's gonna be both of the Trufants actually.
Do they have more than one Trufant? We should fact check
They just
this.
have one. We don't need to fact check Falcons things. We have the number one Falcons fan in America on this
Rise
podcast.
up, rise up.
Rise up.
The Green Bay defense against the run is not that great. Week 1, they allowed 20 rushes for
They're
107
the
yards.
eighth best.
107 yards.
They're the 8th best ranked one after 2 weeks though. But that's mainly because they haven't allowed a touchdown.
On the ground, yeah, but
Right.
they certainly give up yards.
Yeah, I mean they're a decent run defense though. I mean Andrew didn't say that they're an elite run defense. He just
They said they're stingy.
I don't know.
I mean, they're
Stingy-
pretty
to me,
pretty
stingy
stingy.
means
All right, this is semantics.
okay.
Yeah, we're nitpicking.
Moving along
Um,
then.
So
So
obviously,
who do we have winning? Who do we have winning? Andrew or Mike? Also losers. I mean, we already have the loser on the podcast. I have Andrew winning, but there's a possibility that Andrew loses, and then we can't. Do we say loser is on the podcast?
Wait, what? I didn't hear you
I think it's
amongst
just
the
time.
filth.
I think it's time to have Mike on the podcast.
Okay, next week is Mike's week, regardless. If he wins,
Mike-
he's on it. If he loses, he's on it. Because this is game of the week, and we were gonna
Get
do
that-
loser of game
get-
of the week.
Get that ass ready, boy.
All right, Chris, who do you have?
I mean, to me, this is like a 51-49 kind of thing. I mean,
In whose favor?
fuck it, let's do it. I'm going Andrew.
All right, so the podcast unanimously agrees Andrew is the winner here.
Actually,
know,
I think
it's
I
just
think
so
Mike's
hard
gonna beat
going-
me.
It's
No,
so
you
hard
don't.
getting
Shut
behind.
up. You can't talk all
I
that
think-
shit and then say Mike
Pulling
is
a
gonna beat you.
fucking rash, Andrew.
I think Mike might beat me.
No, you don't. Get out.
It's just it's hard to get behind Andrew because of Christian McCaffrey, and we all know how much I hate him.
okay.
about- Anyways, moving on.
Let's talk
What-
about Sam.
And the
What other
Cincinnati
matches?
team's pretty good. Just saying.
Sam versus Chris. Also, your trade doesn't go through this week. It's gonna happen next week, right?
That's a good question.
Sam said he's pushing it through the 24th, which is Monday.
No, he's pushing it through in 24 hours.
Oh, I thought he said in. Oh, I read 24H as 24th.
Okay, yeah, it's in the 24th hour, the bewitching hour, if you will.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That is not the
Um,
bewitching hour. How
Now
dare
it's a
you?
little- now
You
it's a
don't know
little
anything
difficult.
about bewitching.
All right, so let's.
Jesus,
Get with
what?
it.
What just happened?
You don't know anything about the bewitching hour.
I'm
That's all.
so confused right now. 1 plus
Okay.
1 is 1, right?
Yeah.
All right, so what my team's gonna look like: Patrick Mahomes, better than Alex Smith. Saquon Barkley, better than Jordan Howard.
You have Kirk
I'm-
Cousins.
I'll probably have what? I'm the trade when the trade.
Oh, okay. You're comparing, but he has.
Yes.
So you're saying Patrick Mahomes is better than Kirk Cousins, not Alex Smith. 'Cause
No,
Sam-
I'm saying I'm going against Alex. Oh, that's
you're
right.
going against Kirk Cousins.
You're right.
Pause the brakes there because
Well, that's an
the
even.
guns against
That's an
Buffalo.
Okay, you guys are flipping spots. Literally, like 2 minutes ago, Chris was talking shit about Buffalo's defense, and Andrew was like, oh, no. And now you're switching spots. Like, pause the brakes there. So,
No, Buffalo's defense is atrocious. I know
All right,
that.
I'll go at the quarterback positions a split.
Okay.
Barkley is better than Howard. I'm probably going to have Adrian Peterson as my running back too, which is going to give me. I'll give that a split with Marshawn Lynch.
Sure.
Mike Evans and DeAndre Hopkins. Mike Evans has been playing better. The question is if Fitzpatrick can keep it up. I think he does against Pittsburgh's defense. So I'll give it to Mike Evans over DeAndre Hopkins because Deshaun Watson.
Small margin, though.
Okay, fair enough. And OBJ, I have OBJ. I don't know who. Well, he's probably got Juju.
Who's been doing good too.
Oh wow! Well, this is looking to be like a game of the week kind of situation going on here.
It's not the game of the week at all.
I still take
I didn't-
Beckham.
You still would?
Yeah, I think so.
I would
Yeah.
take Odell Beckham too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I will too. But I mean, the winner of this game gets out of their slump. So
I mean, I think the biggest thing is what does Houston's defense offer? Like, I know they don't have anybody in that secondary now that Johnson kid went down with a concussion.
they're trash.
So I don't.
Jadeveon Clowney is still hurt. JJ Watt's decent now.
Right, but that O line for the Giants is atrocious, and it's getting better. It's getting worse.
The Bears defense is just going to tee off against Arizona. It's going to be fucking 5+ sacks again this week for the Bears D.
So if the Texans play well though against the Giants, assuming Sam keeps the Texans, but if the Texans, because we're doing this before waivers, so we don't know if Sam's going to if he's going for a defense or something.
True.
Right.
But if let's say Sam keeps the Texans, they're going against the Giants, which you have 2 Giants players starting. So if the Texans somehow pull out this miraculous game and shut down the Giants offense, which is possible because Eli Manning is a fuckboy, then you don't know, that could be a big matchup right there.
I've never heard a Rash use the term "fuck boy."
He used bitch boy the other night.
Atlanta, rise up, baby! Atlanta's finally getting to a Rash. Oh man, that's funny. I mean, I feel either. This is the thing. That's why I hate fantasy football. Like, if that's Sam's strategy is to deploy Houston's defense, and he thinks that Houston's defense is going to shut down the Giants, then Chris is fucked for sure.
I mean, I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm just saying if it does happen, then yeah, Chris is screwed.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Football is so unpredictable that shit could happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, Sam could actually. Does Sam start Matt Breida this week?
Oh, true.
I would say.
Yes.
Let's see.
They're playing against Kansas City. Is Kansas City's rush defense that good?
Kansas City's defense is bad.
Yeah, I mean they shut down
And the
James
Miami
Conner,
defense. Miami defense is pretty good.
Right, this year at least. I would start Breida, and Breida gets a lot of the passing downs and all that shit, and the ability of him running and being so fast. I would start Breida.
I mean, you put Breida at the flex, right? Or he could,
Right.
If he really wants to take the risk, he puts in Josh Gordon, but I doubt he does that.
Nah,
He's not gonna
he
do
should.
He's
He
not
should
gonna do that.
he should definitely put Juju Smith as a wide receiver too, and then put Breida at his flex.
Yeah, I agree.
It's going to take at least 2 or 3 weeks for Josh Gordon to get that offense.
Yeah,
so.
I agree.
Yeah, so that's pretty much this matchup.
So
Oh,
who
Jay.
do we think wins this? Because I think it's close, but who do we think wins?
I think it's close. I can't say.
I mean,
You know what? Fuck it. I'm pulling for myself. God damn it. I'm going to win.
I'll go Chris too.
I mean, this is
I think-
another unanimous Chris.
Is it? Oh,
We have
fuck.
the
Damn.
podcast unanimously is USA right now.
So much pressure.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
I hate-
so much pressure. Mahomes feels it.
I'm not used to not being the underdog in this league.
Can I just say that my team is being led by rookies now?
That's the dream. It's the Madden dream.
Let's do it. I might keep Mahomes. Fuck it.
Do it.
Oh,
So
God.
next, just so we don't talk about me next, let's talk about Matin versus Jordan next.
Oh, that's
Why?
a good matchup. That's a good matchup.
Is it? It actually is a good
Yeah,
matchup. I'm
I
looking
think
at it
it's
right
good.
now.
I mean, good job, Matin, picking up fucking Kenny Galladay.
I mean,
'Cause
he was calling
that-
it in the original podcast.
Yeah, that was the wide receiver that I was targeting, and then he took him. And was stuck with Marvin Jones and Golden Tate, which I probably should have gotten Golden Tate. But anyways,
James
Uh,
Conner was a better pickup in my opinion. Anyways,
does Fournette? I think the difference here
You
is does
drafted
Fournette
Conner.
come back? Does
what?
Fournette play this week?
I don't.
I
is he
think
supposed to
that's-
play this week?
I think that's what the difference is here.
The thing is, he has a hamstring injury anyway, so I don't. Even if he does play, wouldn't that injury be like kind of lingering? Like, is he gonna be
Yeah.
100%?
I don't think I would play Leonard Fournette. I think Tennessee's rush defense is clearly way better than its pass defense. I just don't know who I would put in there for Leonard
He
Fournette.
has to. He's not gonna play like Peyton Barber. I mean, he could put in Lamar Miller as his RB2 and then start
Larry
Fitz.
Fitz.
Larry Fitzgerald. I guess, yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
No, God, no, not. Nope, not against Chicago.
What has Larry Fitzgerald done? Oh God, he hasn't done shit this. Okay, yeah, I
mean,
would not start Larry Fitzgerald.
In Fitz's defense, though, he got hurt like in the beginning of last game.
Right, but I mean, Sam Bradford's so fucking bad. Now, if Josh well, that's not gonna happen. I was gonna say if Josh
Whoa.
Rosen starts, but that it's too late in the week, right? Like I know it's going to be Wednesday, but
I would just like to say that he could put Lamar Miller at running back too,
That's what I
and
was
put
saying.
Jared Cook in as the flex because Miami linebackers are horrible in coverage.
I mean,
Yeah.
even Jared Cook went off week 1 against terrible linebackers.
yeah, and then did nothing against Denver.
I wouldn't
Can
say
you-
he did nothing.
He 4 for 49. That's fucking nothing compared to
That's
what everybody
average for
thought.
a tight end.
Yeah,
That's
for a tight end,
average
that's
for a tight
decent.
end.
Yeah, but compared to what everybody thought Jared Cook would be doing, like you don't think that's a letdown?
I mean, we all
Look.
knew what Jared Cook was, though.
I mean, look,
I
you're-
mean,
you get
I
9
don't think
receptions
so.
for 180 yards against the Rams. I would probably put Jared Cook in as the flex.
I wouldn't do that. I'd rather ride with Fournette.
don't. Yeah, I think I would probably keep the team the way it is. If anything, if there's anything I'm doing, it's putting in Fitz instead of Fournette. Just because I think you're wrong about the Bears' defense, Chris. I think the Bears' pass defense is pretty mediocre.
Yeah, but
I think they're pretty good.
I mean,
mean,
look, it's another week. Mac gets more comfortable, and you got Roquan Smith also getting comfortable in that defense. So,
Sure.
I mean, that defensive line is really good. So,
All right, but on
I
Jordan,
mean-
on Jordan's side though, Jordan has, like, I've always liked Jordan's team, so I'm not gonna
Is-
say anything.
I did too, but is Antonio Brown going to play this weekend? Because if he doesn't, he's missing
He's playing.
he's missing a drooling matchup against Tampa.
He's playing. He's 100% playing.
is that going to be another shootout? Tampa versus Pittsburgh?
It could be two like shitty defenses against two great offenses.
That would be Tampa Bay's third
Calling-
straight shootout.
Calling Tampa a pretty great offense is weird.
It does feel weird.
It's an offense.
Jameis Winston is so fucked.
What I don't like is Brandon Marshall, man. I don't like Brandon Marshall in that offense.
I mean, yeah. With Baldwin
I'm-
out though, I thought he was gonna play better against.
I
the
did
Bears.
too.
Hashtag Tyler Lockett. He's on my team.
Mm.
Sauce. A sauce dish.
I mean, you just can't. I think Drew Brees is finally going to go off this week.
I mean, Drew Brees went off week 1 against Tampa.
Yeah, but they lost.
Yeah.
They're 0-2.
Wait, didn't lose to Cleveland, did they? They beat Cleveland.
No, they beat
Oh, they
Cleveland.
beat it. Oh, that's right, by like a miracle missed field goal.
Yeah.
Oh, Vikings got Dan Bailey's skull, motherfucker.
Okay.
I forgot.
All right.
But I'll tell.
I mean, I like Jordan's team here. I think Jordan's like, I just like his team here. I think I'm still questionable about some Matin things for this week at least. Like I think Deshaun Watson still has the question mark from me, even though he looked better in week 2. I don't think AJ Green I think he already had his big game of the year, and like I don't know, I just don't think he's gonna do it again.
You think he only has one big game of the year?
Yeah, no, I mean he has a couple in him every year, but like he just had it. He needs to take a few weeks off, and then he'll do it again, probably against.
Can I make a conditional pick here?
Depends on what that condition is.
Okay, my condition: if Fournette plays, I think Matin will win. If Fournette does not play, I think Jordan has this.
Okay, that's fair. Andrew, what do you think?
I don't want to do a conditional pick because I'm a man, so I'm gonna go straight up. Matin wins.
I have Jordan. So
Yeah,
I guess this is with a three-way tie, right? Because Chris is kind of 50-50, and then we're split.
Yeah, I would say so.
Fair enough.
Let's talk about. I clicked on Matin versus Tofu. Tofu's gonna win this. Fuck the bullshit. Tofu wins this. I'm not even saying it ironically. I think Tofu wins.
Wow.
Where is the? Oh, here we go. Oh, Tofu against Matin? Yeah, fuck yeah. Tofu's gonna win this.
I have Matin winning. I'm sorry.
I mean, my brain says Matin, but my heart says Tofu.
I don't even know who's on Tofu's team, so fuck this. Tofu's winning.
We were a Philip Lindsay touchdown away from freaking Tofu winning. Oh, so question. Who's the back to own? Philip Lindsay or Royce Freeman?
I mean, we're about to find that out. I think it's Lindsay.
Yeah, it might be Lindsay. That was probably like a godsend for me that he picked Royce Freeman. I would be shitting bricks if I picked Royce Freeman and out comes this fucking light-skinned motherfucker Philip Lindsay just balling all over everybody. Like,
yeah, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I traded. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten him anyway. I would have had Devontae Adams. But.
Yeah,
I mean, Matin, for the love of God, if you ever listen to any podcast, let it be this one. And please drop Vance McDonald. Holy shit, bro.
Yeah,
Holy
I don't know how he's still playing Vance McDonald.
I think he's gonna drop him this week.
Well, 'cause McDonald is the freaking number one tight end on the depth chart, meaning on the depth chart he's the number one tight end, but at least pick up Jesse James, bro.
Also, I'm just putting this out there because you guys didn't, or none of us called out the trade that was made. But Philip Lindsay is actually on Matin's team now.
Tahiti?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, so the trade hasn't been pushed through yet, but Tofu made another stupid trade, and he traded Philip Lindsay and Nelson Aguilar for Jarvis Landry and Tariq Cohen.
I thought
damn it, Tofu!
I thought I blessed him by dropping Nelson Aguilar and him dropping $10 on him.
And you know what makes this even worse is that Carson Wentz is coming back this week, man.
Yeah.
And I think I would rather have a Nelson Aguilar on an Eagles deep offense led by Carson Wentz than Landry on the Browns team.
That's it. Just stop it. Browns. On the Browns.
On the Browns. Like, god damn it, it's such a Browns thing. Tofu is the equivalent of the goddamn Browns.
Also, it's Jarvis Landry on a Thursday. I just don't like the Thursday night. I'm not calling Tofu as the winner anymore. It's Matin. God damn it, Tofu.
We tried so hard for you, Tofu.
And he traded for Mixon, and Mixon's not playing this week. Like, who's he even gonna play? He's gonna start like John Ross and Sterling Shepard.
Oh, and Isaiah Crowell's gone too.
All right, Tofu lost. God damn it.
He's starting
And Patrick
Jordan
Mahomes
Wilkins.
is gone.
He's gonna. Oh wait, hold on. Diamond in the rough situation. Austin Eckler has been playing pretty well.
That's true. But
Yeah,
is he gonna
not
score
well
the
enough to win a
150 points?
matchup. Yeah, not well enough to win the matchup.
Yeah. All right, Matin wins. Are we unanimous? Matin wins.
My heart is for Tofu, but my head is for Matin, so Matin's gonna win.
Yeah, Matin. God damn it, Tofu.
God damn it, Tofu, you
And-
fucking motherfucker.
And
All
now
right.
the least exciting matchup of the week.
Does Arash get the dub?
No,
Does he get off the schneid?
I don't think so.
No, there's no way. I'm sorry, Arash.
I think I'll give like a little bit of my opinion, I guess, but like
How is David Johnson projected to get 16 points?
because they made these projections last year. 'Cause
Dude,
there's no
It's
way.
gonna change on like Thursday or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm totally down to move this league to another fucking host.
That's not gonna happen.
Hashtag free us.
Okay. So I'm going. I mean, I think Will's gonna win it. But the thing is, I've been scoring like 100 points a week off of kind of what I think is my floor. Because all of my running backs have been like pretty shitty every week. And maybe this is the week that they show up, but I don't think it's gonna be against New Orleans and Chicago.
Oh, Arash, are you gonna finally put in Will Fuller?
I was just about to say I would not drop Cooper Cup, but I would swap Cooper Cup with Will Fuller for sure.
I think what I actually do is I might bench one of my running backs for Will Fuller.
Which one gets the bench? I mean, Devontae Freeman's still out.
I think you have to start. I think you have to start your running backs.
Yeah, there's no
I
way
think-
you're gonna
I think
bench
it
running
depends.
backs.
It depends on Dalvin Cook's hamstring. Like if it's still
Is
bothering
he-
him,
Is he doubtful to play?
he's
Oh,
questionable.
questionable.
Questionable. Yeah, you gotta watch to see if he practices.
So if Dalvin Cook doesn't play, I'm gonna play Will Fuller. If he does play, I don't know. I probably keep it the same, to be honest. I like Cooper Cup, but I don't know. I
No.
don't think it matters. I think either way I'm gonna lose.
I like Cooper Cup, but I don't like him against the Clippers, the fucking Chargers defense.
Why?
The Chargers defense is good against the pass, at least against the pass.
Yeah, but Kansas against receivers, they give up the 25th most least.
Right. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, but on like, I think
The
this
7th most
defense-
points.
This defense is gonna turn it around. And I don't know if it's gonna take like Joey Bosa to do it, and if that's what it takes, then it's not gonna happen against the Rams. So I mean, I guess you're right, but I just don't like. You don't know. Like he could draw Casey Hayward, right? Casey Hayward. He could draw him.
Cooper Cup kind of looks like Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, in
Oh,
that
God.
case, fuck him.
Yeah, I might sit him for Will.
Oh
Fuller.
my god, now I am.
Yeah, he's having a bad week.
You know, and it might be a little telling how Will Fuller comes back and Deshaun Watson has a better game. So
I wonder
don't know.
I wonder who is saying that. Who is
I mean,
saying that?
The
Does
person
Will
that was
Fuller-
drafting Will Fuller.
Does Will Fuller have his 3 reception, 2 touchdown game with 100+ yards? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. I don't know what Will Fuller does. I think
I think
The
Will
Giants-
Fuller is gonna go off.
I don't know. I don't know what I do, but I don't think it matters. I think Tofu.
This game is in Houston, by the way.
I don't think any of it matters. I think Tofu beats me. I think Ben Roethlisberger goes off. I think
Again.
Alvin Kamara is gonna go off. If Melvin Gordon plays, he's not gonna go off. He's playing against
And
the
he's
Rams.
injured.
Yeah, I think that's where I might win. Because like the Rams defense, it's the Rams defense. I don't know. I think they could stop Melvin Gordon or at least contain him. But then Julio Jones is gonna go off. Like And like even if Aaron Rodgers plays well, Devontae Adams plays well.
Right.
So I don't know.
I
I
think Will wins.
I think I'm 0-3.
I'm with Will. I'm going Will. That's my pick.
Me too. Andrew?
I am going with Arash.
Are you actually?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with you.
That's a friend pick, you bitch.
No, I mean, looking at it, let me go look at it. Will has almost lost 2 times this season in both of his wins, right?
Sure.
So I don't know. I mean, I think if you start Will Fuller, I think you have the upper hand. I don't like Jordan Reed and I don't like Deion Lewis, especially at Jacksonville. Deion Lewis ain't gonna do shit.
Oh, that's true.
Green Bay defends tight ends pretty well, so I don't like Jordan Reed to begin with in the first place. So I think if you start Will Fuller, he's gonna go off. If Julio Jones goes off, then Will's gonna win. But I don't think Julio Jones is gonna go off. So I have you winning. That's my logic. It might sound fucked, but also Keelan Cole might destroy Tennessee's horrible passing defense. So that's another thing. So
I just want to say though, the Jacksonville run defense hasn't been that good this year.
It's stifling. It's pretty
I
good.
don't know. They've given up 18, almost 19 points to the running backs this year. So I don't know.
Is that where Deion Lewis gets his points though? He doesn't really get his points from his rushes. He gets his points from like the passing game, right?
Well, week 1 he got his points from the rushes because
Talvin
they just
Smith,
abandoned
motherfucker.
Talvin
Talvin motherfucking Smith, boy.
T. Smith.
He's gonna put that ass on lock because Tennessee doesn't have a tight end to cover. So Talvin Smith's attention is gonna be for sure on the running backs, no matter who it is.
You know what? I changed my pick. I'm gonna win this. I'm finishing the season 10-2, winning the championship again.
Oh
That's
my
cool,
God.
but you have to admit that I totally talked you into this.
You talked me into it a little bit.
I totally talked you this.
No,
Dude.
I'm still going Will. I can't.
You guys are both on
pick against-
Flocka.
I can't pick against myself like 3 straight weeks. So-
No, think about it. Roethlisberger and Kamara may go off.
Also,
Done. I give
Roethlisberger's
you
on
that.
the road. Roethlisberger's on the road, which
That's true.
he's
And we all know those splits.
Dude, those splits are horrible, dude. And so, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't like Will's team as much as everybody else does.
I mean, but the Roethlisberger's going against fucking Tampa Bay, and Hargrave just got hurt. So
right, but
John
that's
Connor is gonna terminate everyone.
You mean James Conner? You were close though.
I made a Terminator joke.
I picked up on it.
Come with me if you want to live.
Okay, I'm picking myself. I'm changing my pick to me, just because I can't pick against myself, and the bottom half of Will's team doesn't look as good as like his top players do.
Agreed. That's actually exactly how to put it. Put what I was trying to say.
How long is Ingram gone for? 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll come back week 5, I think.
Well, hold on. I mean, does starting Russell Wilson instead of Ben Roethlisberger this week make it a better?
No, because Dallas's defense has great pass rushers, and that offensive line is
Oh!
horrible. So
What Will needs to do is put Quincy Enunwa in instead of Deion Lewis.
Will's in Paris right now doing Paris-y things, so
Uh.
he's probably not paying attention to anything going on. Also,
He's probably
let's not.
French kissing a whore in church right now.
can we stop telling Will how to beat a rash so Will could get his first loss? That'd be
Also-
great.
Quincy Enunwa or whatever, he plays on a Thursday, and Will's not going to check his team in the next 48 hours. He's too busy
Ugh.
enjoying life. So,
You shouldn't even start a Thursday night player anyways, unless it's an elite matchup.
yep. So
I like Quincy
we
Enunwa.
unanimously have me winning this.
No, Chris is still on the dark side.
Chris,
I'm still with Will.
come on.
You know what? Fuck it. USA! USA! USA!